I'm Neely Jones, host of Focus on Suppliers. Today we're so excited bringing you to a special event in Northwest Arkansas, the Toyland event. Appropriate since our category is toy. Find out how things like merchandising, e-commerce, those things have affected that category and how they could affect you. We're also going to take a look at store displays and the latest and greatest when it comes to meeting the consumer's needs as well as the retailer you're working with. Focus on Suppliers starts now.
Focus on Suppliers is presented by 8th and Walton, the premier destination for supplier development, and sponsored in part by Dun & Bradstreet, the leading provider of credit and credibility solutions for businesses.
Your millennial fun fact for the week is that 76% of moms would prefer to buy a toy from her past than today. Her reason for this is she feels like toys that have electronics or additional technology built in are playing into the challenge that she sees with additional screen time for her children. So we need to make sure that as we think about how millennials are engaging in a category like toys, we're bringing in elements that make her think about how her child is engaging with toys in a more experiential way. How does it allow for the enhancement of that experience to offset the screen time her child may be having? As a mom, she's obviously very emotional about making sure that she's doing the best for her children and enhancing all of her experiences throughout the day. As we talk to her, let's make sure we include all of those parts and pieces that are going to make her feel like she's a better mom. We'll see you next week for our Millennial Minute.
It's obviously a busy day here. We talked Nicole Cheevers into talking with us for a moment. You're here with Lego. So first of all, let's just start out with something like, what is your favorite toy?
My favorite toy currently right now is definitely one in the Lego assortment. I'm a particular fan of Lego Friends because there's a ton of little pieces, and I'm definitely a girly girl, so I like to dress my little doll up and make her go shopping and stuff like that.
So I have to ask you, is this a new toy? And what I mean is, a lot of people don't realize how long Lego has been around.
This is not a new toy. So Lego has been around for over 80 years. It's actually a Danish toy. So it started in Denmark. It's definitely not new to the United States, but every year we do come out with new themes. So while Lego itself is not a new toy, every year we launch new and exciting products.
Let me ask you, what is the value of a festival like this, and working with Walmart in particular?
So the value of this festival is really just to get brick in hand. One of our most important company goals is just to make sure that kids have a really positive Lego experience, and nothing like this kind of fair or opportunity does it better. Having kids being able to come to our Lego play tables and just build whatever they want, and then of course they get a cute giveaway. We're happy to be a supplier of Lego. Walmart is a great company. They allow us to participate in these type of events and really get in front of the consumer.
And then real quick, I know with the Lego movie and then of course Star Wars being such a hit, is that something that affects the trends that you see on what kids want when you're coming up with new product?
Oh, absolutely. So we definitely have IP-based products, and Star Wars is huge right now. I was actually just at a restaurant last night when the trailer went on, and everyone went silent and cheered at the end of it. So the impact of Star Wars, we're definitely seeing it, and the excitement around the product is huge.
Thank you so much for taking some time to talk with us.
We love Legos!
So excited to talk with Carmen Harmon of Jakks. Good to see you out here today. Festivals like this are so important. Why are you here besides the obvious, the relationship with the community, Walmart? Talk to me about being involved.
We love being involved in this event. It gets bigger and bigger every year, so that's very exciting for us. It gives us the opportunity to really focus on those items that we are centering our focus on for holiday. We have set up several demos with Walmart, one being our Hulk Smash, which is a huge focus for us, and then also our Singing Elsa. Hulk Smash actually happened a couple weekends ago, and then Elsa's coming up. So it'll be an in-store demo. where the kids actually get a chance to come in and see what she actually does before the mom purchases it.
Carmen, it's always so good to see you. We're actually going to talk with Carmen a little bit later in the show, but before we get to that, I just want to make sure I ask you, what's your favorite toy?
Oh, that's a good one. I have a lot of favorite toys, but I think right now the 48-inch Darth Vader would be my very favorite, and you can find him near the Garden Center at Walmart.
Okay, and I want to be sure and say also, if you are following our social media, you guys have given us one of those to give away, and we'll be talking about how you might be able to win one. Oh my gosh, I love this toy. Okay, we'll be right back. Standing with me now is Jeff Moss from Moose Toys. Thank you so much for visiting with us. It's a pleasure to see you.
Thank you, thank you.
I want to talk to you about e-commerce in particular and how that's driving your business, because you guys have seen some interesting things happen.
Most definitely. Behind us you'll see the brand Shopkins. Shopkins has been huge, and a lot of it's been driven by web content. So not a whole lot of advertising went into this brand initially. It was all driven off of webisodes. And then whenever the brand started getting popular, we started having kids go online and watch YouTube videos of other people opening up packages. And that's really what's driven it. We just started advertising not too long ago. And it's been out there for maybe a year, and it's a huge brand.
Can you talk to me about packaging at all and the importance of packaging to market to the right demographic?
Yes, so I mean, from a packaging standpoint, packaging is very critical. That's the opportunity to communicate to the shopper.
Yeah.
So we don't have somebody standing at the shelf selling our product. So the only two things that really sell our product is packaging and pricing. So we have to nail that. And from a demographic standpoint,
Yeah, it's a tough one.
that is a tough one because we don't necessarily we don't skew towards a specific ethnicity. What we do skew towards is probably from a socioeconomic standpoint, our price points are really low compared to other toys of the same caliber in the toy industry.
So for maybe another supplier watching, is there any advice you would give them about when it comes to working with a retailer like Walmart to keep in mind?
So, obviously you want to keep in mind the shopper. And Walmart is all about focusing on that shopper and making sure that they're getting the right price points. So people will obviously have, everybody's crunched for money. And so if you can offer the right price points to Walmart and give them a good margin for it, that's huge. Because then they pass it on to the shopper who then really engages with your product.
We've caught up with John Biersmith of Hasbro Toys. And John, one of the things we wanted to talk to you about was what merchandising is like. How does the process work in the toy category?
We have a series of merchandisers all across the country that go into Walmarts that help. We want to be a partner with Walmart, and help Walmart get our Hasbro product out of the back room and onto the toy shelves, and making sure that all the priorities are set, the end caps, the trend pods, they're all up and running. So we always want to be a partner with Walmart and get permission, and they can see us as a source of a resource to them. So we want to be a help to them as opposed to a hindrance, and as them going, oh no, here it comes, they're going to ask me a whole bunch of questions. And we want to be a source of information for them as well, so we can tell them about our product and about the lines that are coming up and so forth.
So having that relationship is really important when it comes especially to store placement, shelf placement. Exactly.
So as I said, we have relationships with them, and that makes all the difference in the world. When our relationships with the department managers, it makes it a lot easier when we're all on the same page. So that's the communication between the merchandisers and the managers is so very important.
Okay, so obviously we're talking about toys, so just a fun question. What is your favorite toy?
Well, I'm a big fan of Star Wars. When I was a little kid, I loved Star Wars toys, and Star Wars with the new movie coming up in December, we have a whole new line of Star Wars stuff, so I'm very excited for Star Wars.
So is it fair to say that's one of the trends that you're seeing in your category?
Yeah, Star Wars never goes away, but the increase of the product for the new movie is really jumped this year, so there's a lot of neat, cool stuff with Star Wars this year.
You can see all episodes and extended interviews at Vimeo.
GigWalk is transforming how work gets done. As the leading mobile workforce management platform, GigWalk provides companies with mobile tools and a data-driven approach to improving business efficiency. Leading brands and retailers use GigWalk to manage their field teams and to mobilize 750,000 GigWalkers to collect data intelligence about their business and brands. Are the shelves stocked? Are my products priced competitively? Are the correct promotions in place? Visit us at GigWalk.com to learn more. GigWalk, make work better.
Bentonville Plaza, across the street from the Walmart home office. The best office location offers proximity and services like no other business complex in the area. Call 479-200-1112 today.
Our graduates are part of the diverse, skilled workforce in the region's most successful companies. Invest in the future of your team. Invest in the Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Northwest Arkansas. Do Monday morning reports make your headache? Take 2 aspirin and call us in the morning. 8th and Walton for a needs assessment, custom training in a confidential setting, and classes online and in person. Call 8th and Walton 479-715-6700 and feel better fast.
We've been able to catch up with a friend, Andy Wiseman. It's so good to see you. Thank you for talking with us from Redwood. You guys have so many toys. Let me ask you, how has your target demographic changed? And I'm asking you about the kids and the way shopping is getting done.
Well, one of the things that we see is that kids are getting out of toys earlier and earlier. We call it age compression in the toy business. And the way that we respond to that is by creating a very rich play experience for kids. And that's what we focus on with things like the Little Fishies brand and our brand new iDo 3D drawing pens. You've got to make it an enriching experience.
Let me ask you, how do you determine price points?
Well, we work to determine what we believe the market value is for something at its highest range first, right. Because we don't want to leave dollars on the table. But we also are keenly aware of the fact that we've got to price things at a great value, and our friends at Walmart remind us of that every day. So we work together to provide pricing that's affordable for millions of people.
What's one of the biggest challenges when it comes to the toy category that you've seen?
Well, it's a very, very competitive business. To build a brand that lasts is perhaps the biggest challenge of all. And again, it comes back to this enriching experience and making sure that users, kids, and moms are having a great experience with your product.
Speaking of enrichment, we're obviously here at the festival today. How important are events like this one?
Oh, they're really important. It gets a chance, it gives kids a chance to see what's new, what's exciting, and to get excited about the holiday season. And as warm as it is here in Northwest Arkansas, we need cooler weather to get people excited about shopping for the holidays. This is a great event for the local community.
Speaking about shopping for the holidays, talk to me about the trends you're seeing there with shoppers.
Every year it seems that people are shopping later and later for the holidays. It just seems to be pushed back, and that happens for Halloween. It seems to be happening for other holidays too. So it makes those last days of the holiday season very, very important.
Okay, explain to me what it's like, because I know we've got something new. It's behind us, but You said you were getting ready to demo this to Walmart. How does that work?
The Little Fishies jellyfish, just as you see here, they're very demonstrable. They're very fun to watch. We've sold millions of pieces all over the world, and Walmart is getting behind the brand and has been in a big way for a number of years. On December 11th and 12th, we're demonstrating in hundreds of stores all across the country just what you see here to get people excited. It's a great stocking stuffer item, don't you think?
Great stocking stuffer and a great opportunity for a supplier as well, and for consumers. Andy, we're going to catch up with you a little bit later in the show. Thank you so much for your time. We will be back in just a few moments.
Toys can play a pivotal role in the development of a child. One of the brands to experience the good, the bad, and the ugly of this is Barbie. Barbie, though, making some changes. Before we begin our discussion, we want to show you a special ad. We've condensed it for our purposes, but please watch it in its entirety. Take a look.
Hello, my name is Gwyneth, and I'll be your professor today. And I will be talking about the brain. The dog's brain can't think as much as the human's brain, because there's no high school for the dog. We can think and do lots of stuff with our brain. Now, does anybody know how big the brain is? Anybody? Sophia. It is medium. Medium. Very good.
Joining us now, we have Erin Fish with Mattel for us. We also have Jessica Hendrix from Saatchi and Saatchi. And Erin, I just want to start with you. Obviously, Barbie has been through some changes, and I think you guys are seeing a positive response to this campaign.
Absolutely. The Imagine the Possibilities content launched on YouTube about 4 weeks ago, and we have already received nearly 15 million views. And so I think the content is starting a new conversation around Barbie and what role she plays in little girls' lives. 96% of the feedback on the Imagine the Possibilities content has been positive. And it's been overwhelming because we're starting to see in the marketplace people having conversations about Barbie and what Barbie stands for and how she's evolving. She's a 57-year-old brand. And this new content that is launched is really showing both moms and girls that when you play with Barbie, you can imagine to be anything.
Imagine if a girl could be anything is what is being sent home, which I think is so important because I feel like we have to touch on. Barbie took some hits because a lot of people are like, oh, the measurements of Barbie. And this is a new way to brand Barbie, to say, listen, it's all about presentation.
Right. And Barbie's a fashion doll, right? She is a fashion doll and she has been around for 57 years. And in the world of toys, that is a very long time for one toy or one brand to live. And yet, I think historically there have been conversations about Barbie and Barbie's relevance and her size. But in the last, I would say the last 18 months or so, we've been really focused in talking about how Barbie can bring to life for little girls the possibility of being anything. She's had 150 careers. This last July, we launched an entirely new fashionista line, which is the core of the Barbie line. And it's not just Barbie in the line. We have 8 different ethnicities that are represented. There are 23 different hair colors and hair types. So it's not just straight blonde hair anymore. We have fashionistas that have freckles. We have fashionistas who have red hair or cropped hair. There's really a movement within the Barbie brand to represent what little girls are across the globe. They're not all just blonde hair, blue-eyed, right? But beyond that, it's about starting a conversation with little girls and empowering them to be anything that they dream that they can be, that they are to be whoever they want to be, and the sky's the limit.
I love seeing this, and I know, Jessica, we were talking about it earlier, and you are an expert on branding for sure. This touches home. It is the engagement piece that I think other suppliers can learn from, because I think it's what was missing maybe before. Is that what you're seeing?
Absolutely. You know, one of the things that we see in shopper marketing is shopping is truly emotional. It can be, right? Whether you're picking up bananas because you've got to take them home to feed your kids, or you're buying a Barbie. What we love about what Barbie's doing and what's so powerful about it is what they're doing outside of the store is lining up very nicely with what they're doing in store, so that when mom is in that decision-making mode and she actually has to have that choice about what kind of product am I going to put in front of my child that's going to influence them, Barbie has allowed her to start the conversation with her daughter in a really powerful way. And so I love what Erin was saying about it's about empowering and having that conversation. And it doesn't matter what Barbie has on or what she is engaging with, she's able to have that conversation with her daughter. And so the branding outside of the store is matching really nicely with the communication and the really just the product that's in the store.
It's what you hope to see work well. We could talk about this forever. We are already out of time, if you can believe that. Thank you both so much for being with us.
You bet.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Visit us at 8thandwalton.com to learn how you can become a better partner with Walmart.
YouthBridge's Holiday Giving Program benefiting youth in need kicks off December 4th. Call 479-575-9471 or visit www.youthbridge.com.
Do you do 3D? I do 3D! He does 3D, she does 3D, you do 3D? I do 3D!
With the amazing I Do 3D pens, you can draw and create awesome 3D art. Follow the 3D guidebook or let your imagination run wild. Build it, wear it, create it, anything you can imagine.
He does 3D, she does 3D, you do 3D? I do 3D!
I Do 3D pens are available in multiple colors and packs. Select packs include 3D guidebooks. Your pen, your world.
The mission of Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Benton County is to enable single parents to attain self-sufficiency through post-secondary education. Call our office at 479-254-8550.
Beat the odds and know your risk factors for heart disease and stroke. Stay informed. Join the American Heart Association on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Buyer's meeting tomorrow, 9 a.m. Time for a miracle. Time for rapid prototypes. Emergency packaging services means shelf-ready packaging and displays, printing to almost any material beyond photo quality. Short-run production for sales samples or store tests. Need it all? Customize your look with our structural, graphic, and 3D design. Need a miracle? Rapid Prototypes. Rapid-prototypes.com or 479-273-FAST.
K-Stack, the leader in collaborative retail consolidation programs. We offer the supply chain expertise needed to navigate the challenges of selling products with the world's largest retailers. And we provide customers with a customizable, scalable, environmentally sustainable supply chain with the same advanced technology typically used by larger rivals. By leveling the playing field, K-Stack lowers distribution costs and increases overall margins. K-Stack, retail logistics is what we do.
Is lost revenue making you sick? Take 2 aspirin and call us in the morning, 8th and Walton, for a needs assessment, custom training in a confidential setting, and classes, online and in person. Call 8th and Walton, 479-715-6700, and feel better fast.
Today, our category is toys, which is always fun, and so is our guest, Carmen Harmon. Thank you so much for being here from Jakks Pacific. I want to jump right in and talk about the trends that you're seeing.
Lots of trends out there. There always is. Toys in general are so trendy. One of the biggest trends right now is Star Wars. Brought my little friends here. And Star Wars is huge right now with the launch coming December 18th. It's all over Walmart, and that's what you see when you see something that trends so hard. It starts in toys and clothes and rolls over into food and pets and everywhere else. So you'll see Star Wars throughout all of the Walmart store.
And something a little bit new that we're seeing is some stripping you were talking about.
Walmart has started a program where there's strips on shelf that if you don't see the product that you're looking for, then it'll drive you back to their Walmart.com. So when these are sold out in store, you can certainly find them on Walmart.com. Our entire toy portfolio is listed on Walmart.com. So.
Okay, good information for our suppliers. And we were talking about interactive, and I think this next toy really shows how your trends are moving toward being interactive.
So of course we all know about the trend Frozen, and Elsa's still the top princess as of now. And this is our interactive toy where the magical wand can create a duet with the child. Elsa starts to sing the song, and then she stops and the child can sing, and then where the child lets off, Elsa picks up. So very interactive and very popular for this fall.
And I think probably very much a hit with parents and the child because everybody in the family can participate.
Absolutely.
And if you're not done with the song yet, then you can hear it in more ways. Mm-hmm. We also talked about safety with toys, and what I found interesting was you were saying that Walmart has an extra step.
Right. So we obviously have to follow all the government regulations, definitely the CPSIA Act. And Walmart is even stricter than that in many cases, which is really nice. And then Jakks takes it a step further than that. So we don't ever have any safety issues, which is a great policy.
Which is wonderful. And now Walmart also does something where they have kids pick out what the best toys are. And
Right. So we have Chosen by Kids, which is nice. It's an event that takes place in Dallas every year, and Walmart brings in about 1,000 kids and bloggers and toy influencers, and they make that decision. So Hulk Smash here made that list, and we're very excited. He spins, flips, does wheelies, and he never allows himself to fall down. So he also runs around and smashes a lot of things. So we're very excited about him this year.
A lot going on in the toy category, and from what you're saying, we'll see that spread to other categories as well. Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Andy Wiseman is joining us today. And Andy, you are in one of the most competitive categories when we talk about Redwood Ventures. You're in the toy category. So let's talk about some of the products you guys have.
We've launched a number of brands. Probably the most notable in the last few years is Little Fishies, motorized water pets, and our new I Do 3D Kids 3D drawing brand for kids.
Which is pretty awesome. Yes. They say the highest form of flattery is imitation, but when you're a supplier, you don't want that to hurt your business. Right. So we wanted to talk to you today about some suggestions or deterrents that people should keep in mind or put in place to protect their brand.
What's missing from the world of consumer products? I think you need to identify that. What's missing? And what kind of expertise, what kind of passion do I have? And where does that unmet need match my passion or my expertise. And from there, I can develop something truly unique. So starting by identifying a truly unmet need is very important.
Also, you say, do hard things.
Yeah. Well, do hard things, yeah. I mean, a lot of us here in the Bentonville area especially are used to doing hard things every day, right? But doing hard things does a couple of things for you. Number one, it develops a determination muscle, I call it, for the long haul. So things are going to be hard along the way. And if you're used to doing hard things every day, then it's easier to tackle tough challenges as they come along. Also, doing hard things, if you're developing this ethos into your creative work as well, you're going to create things that will be harder for people to replicate. Doing hard things is important.
Exactly. What is the line from the baseball movie A League of Their Own? If it were easy, everybody would do it.
That's right.
Right? Yeah. Okay, so also we want to talk about Be First.
People talk, and it's, people know what's under development. People know what trends are hot. 3D printing is hot. 3D drawing is very hot right now. And so there invariably are several groups or companies working on things all at the same time. It's a race a lot of times to market. But being first gives you a real advantage because you can get that shelf space first, and then you've got an opportunity to generate return on investment for your retailers, to manage that space, to build a brand, to delight consumers, and that makes it harder for people who aren't incumbent to come in and steal your business.
All right, we don't have a lot of time left, but I want to touch on drive demand. If you can do that for me in just a few seconds, and then we'll talk about it more.
Well, drive demand. So if you've got your shelf space and you've got this hot new product and you drive demand, retailers are seeing good return on investment for that product. If you get to the shelf, if your buyer loves the item, loves the idea, but the demand isn't there, you've left yourself vulnerable to knockoffs because somebody can come in with a similar item at a lower price, potentially play margin, et cetera, and then dilute your position.
Andy, thank you so much for being here with us today. To hear more about what Andy has to say and his suggestions, just check out our Vimeo page. You'll see the address at the bottom of the screen. We'll be right back. Be sure to like 8th and Walton on Facebook.
The Pack Shack brings teams together for crazy fun Feed the Funnel parties to pack meals for our neighbors in need. Plan your party today at thepackshack.org.
Do you do 3D? I do 3D! He does 3D, she does 3D, you do 3D? I do 3D! With the amazing I Do 3D pens, you can draw and create awesome 3D art. Follow the 3D guidebook or let your imagination run wild. Build it, wear it, create it, anything you can imagine. He does 3D, she does 3D, you do 3D? I do 3D! I Do 3D pens are available in multiple colors and packs. Select packs include 3D guidebooks. Your pen, your world.
Youth Bridge's Holiday Giving Program benefiting youth in need kicks off December 4th. Call 479-575-9471 or visit www.youthbridge.com.
Bentonville Commerce, less than 1 mile from the Walmart home office. You'll love the convenience, amenities, and customized options Bentonville Commerce offers. For more information or a tour, call 479-200-1112 today.
At IRI, we bring together the richest sales, consumer, media, and social data to ignite growth for suppliers and retailers around the world. Contact us to learn more. IRI is growth delivered. Beat the odds and know your risk factors for heart disease and stroke. Stay informed. Join the American Heart Association on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Are e-commerce requirements getting under your skin? Take 2 aspirin and call us in the morning. 8th and Walton for a needs assessment, custom training in a confidential setting, and classes online and in person. Call 8th and Walton 479-715-6700 and feel better fast.
Hi, I'm Brad Lawless with Collective Bias. Toys are the #1 product bought by moms as a result of social recommendations. Each year, with over $22 billion spent on toys, social media is a prime opportunity to get your brand in front of parents who need advice. Social media brings your product to life, gives honest opinions, and creates new usage occasions. Let's think about Legos. Everyone knows how to use them, but this influencer created a DIY Lego tray PlayStation that got over 18,000 shares on Pinterest. Reviews are great about showing the pros and cons for a product, but they're not really enough to grab someone's attention. Shoppers are seeking ideas and inspiration, and influencer marketing provides this. This influencer created a do-it-yourself toy car garage inspired by Disney. Rather than just writing a review, she created an awesome tutorial with branded toys. The story positioned the toys as a fun addition to her family's life and not just a toy of the moment. Toy shelves are packed. How are you making your offering relevant to modern shoppers? That's it for me. See you on social.
Join us next week as we talk about household essentials. We'll look at everything from packaging to merchandising. We'll see you then.
Our guests enjoy staying at the 21C Museum Hotel and hosting dinner, meetings, and product launches there. To record this show, set your DVR to Focus on Suppliers, Sundays at 5 a.m. on KNWA.